get your feelings hurt. Read this. Well, I mean, we can still do.
Can you stop talking, please?
I don't know where do we go from here?
Let's just do another film.
I'm Taylor.
Just shut up.
We're three filmmakers.
Three cursed filmmakers. This is short film. I'm really thrown off my game today, and it's your fault. Okay.
I mean, we can agree to
shut up.
Disagree.
Stay shut up.
I said a couple of
let's just review this.
Anyway,
I have to get personal.
We welcome to Short Film Roundup. We are three cursed filmmakers who have to review short films for all eternity in a black void of nothingness. As a punishment from an evil overlord demon who we all hate.
Whom we all hate.
Speak for yourself. All I ask is you speak for yourself.
So what's the next film that we have?
We should just move on and review the next film. I'm Kenny, by the way.
I'm D.
I'm Taylor.
No one cares. So our next film is by a friend of the program.
Oh?
We have a repeat offender.
Repeat offender.
Ooh. Repeat offender. Can we throw up a repeat offender graphic whenever
repeat offender.
Yeah, whenever we have a second or third timer coming back?
This is Matthew Campbell, who did To Save Oneself.
Yes. Zombie film.
Yep, which was notable for some very cool cinematography, but also the best stunt we've seen in a film.
This one.
Yeah.
Oh!
Wow.
That one.
That trash can. Holy crap.
That dude in his head, dude.
Yeah, it's insane.
Anyway.
So we're excited.
So this guy knows stunts. And with that being said, this is grocery store action movie.
Go check it out. Link in the description.
Not yet. Don't go check it out yet. Jeez.
Award show?
We have an award show coming up.
Yes.
January 1st.
If we don't kill each other before then,
January 1st.
we have an award show coming up on January 1st
where
we will be honoring the best of the best of every film we've covered up till now,
Yes,
or
sir.
up till the end of the year.
Up until the end of the year, yeah.
And we will be rewarding or honoring, recognizing for categories such as Best Overall Short, Best Cinematography,
And many others.
Best Acting Performance, Best Use of Portuguese.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I am too, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's coming up. Be excited. It's going to be a fun time. We're going to move on to the film now, correct?
Nope. Those people who have made a film, but not this one, you can submit your film to us, and we will review it.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a link in the description that has a Google form. You can go fill out the form, and it'll send the film right to us, and we'll review it.
Yes,
It'll be
sir.
put on the list.
And if you haven't been following our show recently and are wondering what this rift is between D and I and Taylor over here, you can just go back to our previous episode and see the epic falling out we have been
if you
going
had liked
through.
and subscribed already, you would have already known.
It doesn't
Yeah,
really.
if we weren't cursed to be here forever, we probably would have ended our friendship by now.
Well, you guys made it personal.
Now we can move
Now
on.
we can watch the movie.
Trying to
Yeah,
bridge
let's
the
watch the
gap,
movie.
but,
Here we go.
We're back.
Woo!
Hey, here we are.
That was a movie.
That
Hell
was
yeah.
certainly a movie. Holy crap.
So, wow. This is probably the worst film I think we've ever seen.
What a letdown.
Of all time.
All
Actually,
time.
of all films ever
Just
made.
kidding. It's
and
actually amazing.
dull, boring,
It's actually
slow.
amazing.
This was fantastic.
It
so
was
good.
really
and,
good. Yeah.
And a huge leap forward from the previous film.
Like,
Yeah. So,
like what?
To Save Oneself, we gave praise in some places, but we overall felt that it wasn't the greatest movie. It could have been a lot better. This movie was fantastic, like start to finish, and it hit like every beat. We liked it a lot more than To Save Oneself. I think he made this one I might be wrong here, but I think he made this before To Save Oneself.
That would be odd.
Could be
That
wrong.
would be odd.
Could be wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because
Misremembering.
the thing that was missing from To Save Oneself was done so well
Here.
Yeah.
in this film.
Yeah.
And that was just the development of characters that were interesting and real that you cared about.
Yes.
I genuinely hooked into our hero. Great performance, but he was also, you could tell, was directed very well
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
And the camera work
Camera work was
is
great.
near
Fantastic.
flawless.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to get dodgy in some of the fight scene stuff, but
Yeah.
they really pulled it off.
They really did, yeah. Even
Yeah.
some of the cutaways that were just like random cutaways that they needed to do to keep continuity was still great.
Yeah. Also, the pacing and the build up to the kind of more genre shift when it kicks into being an action film
Yeah.
Yeah.
is fantastic.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of short films who sort of go for this gimmick where it's like a normal everyday experience that turns into some kind of epic thing,
Yeah,
right?
we have.
Like the Nerf gun fight video, right? It's done a lot of times. What this did so much better, what makes this a real film, like a real movie, is that I know these people, right?
Yeah.
Like this story they're telling about, oh, the new friends coming over are cool, so I don't want to disappoint them. I want to bend over backwards to make a good impression so we can have friends in this new place we live where we're struggling to settle in. Like we got all that
Yeah.
character development.
From this phone call in the
Yeah.
first 10 seconds.
Yeah, and that, it goes so far.
Yeah.
To just let us care about these people, and then all these silly things that happen around them matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We've seen so many short films sent to us where it's just the silly things happening
Yeah.
without any of the development, and we're just like, ugh, it's just drudgery,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you that like the phone call in here is paramount, to the amount of sense that this whole film makes in the overall aesthetic. If we didn't have him talking to his wife the whole time, not only, I mean, do we have the whole, what do you call it, radio thing? What's the thing called? Radio.
FM. AM.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about tropey action movies have the talking back and forth.
Oh, sure, yeah, where they sort of have like a walkie-talkie
Yeah.
like thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, if we didn't have that, we wouldn't have any character development, and none of this would matter. And I thought it was awesome that we did have it, like you said.
Yeah. I love that they developed the side characters too. Like the cheese guy gets really well developed for the purpose he serves. The build up to him is awesome.
Yeah.
This
the
guy
other-
right there.
Yeah, and the stock boy.
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
stock
and the
guy.
stock
Yeah.
He had character.
Yeah.
Even the onion dude.
Yeah, and the onion guy. And even the weird guy with the sunglasses back there. I don't know what's going on with him, but I think he's a great addition to this film.
Yeah. We've seen also a lot of movies do this thing where they change the aspect ratio to shift to action movie, or
Right.
something like that. Now
Right.
epic movies style, right?
Yeah.
With mixed success, and it just worked really well here.
It really
Yeah.
did, yeah. It just, all the aesthetics that they have that have action movie sense is built on top of the comedy that's already there.
Yeah.
The aspect ratio didn't have to change, and if it didn't, it would still be a great movie.
Yeah.
This whole color grading didn't have to be here. The countdown didn't have to be there. These are things that I think lots of beginning filmmakers think will make their film epic and think will make it the thing that they want, but it doesn't. It's the story that you tell first.
But yeah, we've said it a million times.
Yeah.
These things are icing on the cake.
Yeah,
They
and
are
it
not the
works.
cake.
Yeah, exactly, and
Yeah.
it works so well here.
I love how well the parody of this works. All the elements from action movies that are taken here and parodied are like parodied perfectly.
Yeah.
And done with such finesse and like attention to detail and genuity that is really wonderful. As you see him and his wife kind of slowly devolve into these characters that are in an action movie,
Right.
like literally like an episode of 24. This
Yeah.
reminded me a lot of 24, where like this is Jack Bauer and the person on the other end of the line is Chloe, and like talking him through his
gimmick
situation.
was hilarious.
You know?
I loved that gag so much.
That was so funny. Really, the only joke that didn't fully work for me was the one towards the end when he was building up to the speech to his wife to tell him how much he loved him.
Yeah.
He loved her, and then it gets cut off by the wife yelling at
the hipsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like, in my opinion, I felt that the joke would have been funnier if he actually just went through with the speech and gave a super like ridiculously over the top sentimental speech
Before he turns around.
Yeah, before he turns around. But I think undercutting it wasn't the best choice, in my opinion. Other than that, I mean, like, that's like me trying to find a flaw, you know?
Yeah. This is great, by the way. I want to talk about the camera work here, with the wife talking. So you can tell that we're still in this action movie thing we have one shot at the close-up, 2, 3. So we have about 3 shots going, just her talking on the phone. You know, one of her hand tapping, the camera that's on her right now on the close-up is moving, you know, around her, like it's a dolly shot.
Right.
And they keep cutting in between each of these shots, you know, to keep building on the action, to make you feel like it's still really intense.
Yeah.
And I really, really respect that. Really like it.
And I think this film could have been tanked by a poor performance by either him or the wife.
Mm.
And they both nailed it. She is fantastic.
And the hipsters, too.
She really did well. And the hipsters are good, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually, they got them really well.
Setups and payoffs are huge here.
Yeah.
Even subtle ones, like the hummus thing, setting up like
Right.
like the wife says, "Oh, I got the hummus. Or the husband's like, I got the hummus. Got this. Got that," but they put all the emphasis on like, oh, the crackers. They gotta have the crackers. Or do they like little pickles? Do they like little things because they're hipsters? But then the reveal was like, oh, it's the hummus. That was the thing that
they wanted.
Sealed the deal. You know,
I actually
the way that
love
was
the
subtly
fact
set up.
that the wife is so preoccupied with having all the right foods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you feel like, oh, she's being silly and over the top. But then when we meet the hipsters, it's all they care about.
Yeah.
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 Like, oh, but think they'll have baba ganoush?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, tahini.
I hope they have the hummus.
We might be in for some tahini. Yeah, that's pretty great.
Yeah. Of course, setting up the cheese stuff was fantastic.
Absolutely.
There was some incredible stunt work.
Oh yeah, there was this part.
His jump.
His jump was amazing.
His Superman jump. that
It's so good.
that's nuts,
fantastic.
man. That is nuts.
Love that.
And then the dive to
That
the
zoom
register
there.
at the end where he slams his head.
Yeah.
That looks painful.
It did look painful.
It was really, really good.
Oh,
I
and
like
dude,
how she has the blueprints here.
yeah,
Yeah.
and how the lighting changes here.
Yeah.
It's all blue
It's
now.
all blue in the background.
It's so great. That's what I'm talking about when I say like, it subtly digresses and devolves into this action trope.
Yeah.
Little by
absolutely.
little. And I like how the wet floor sign was like treated like it'd be like a cliff
Like it's
or
a cliff,
something or
yeah.
like
That.
a rooftop.
Bunk.
That's amazing.
That's so
That is
good.
amazing.
Quite good. Also, I love the register guy here.
Yeah.
How he has a character.
Yeah.
I thought
Wasn't
that was
expecting that.
Yeah.
It caught me off guard. And I'm like, and he's good.
Yeah,
Right,
and his
and he's good.
performance
Really
is freaking
good.
great, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. All the performances here are great.
They're all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what casting will do. You
Yeah.
know? I feel like there's so much just to teach other people from this film. This was such an accomplishment.
There's no fat really here at all.
It's hard to say that this could be any shorter because really it's great.
Not
the way
without
it is.
just leaving out entire sequences.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
That's what surprised me too, because this movie is like 14 minutes long.
Yeah,
Something like that.
Yeah, and it felt great.
and it held up.
Yes, it did.
It held
Yeah.
up. Actually, when I saw that we were watching a movie called Grocery Store Action Movie. Is that what it's called? Called Grocery Store Action Movie. That was 14 minutes long. I groaned.
Right.
I was like, gosh, this is going to be terrible. And I was so pleasantly surprised. So thank you.
Yeah, quite good.
I mean, everything was technically proficient. Like all the things you need to do right, you did right.
Yeah.
Great sound mix.
Yeah, excellent sound.
Great camera work.
Excellent camera.
All built on developed characters. So what more couldn't you ask for?
That is it. It's so funny. We always have the shortest amount to say of the best movies.
Yeah.
So how'd you manage to get this grocery store to shoot in?
That's one, yeah.
And make all kinds of messes in and fill with production. I mean, that looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
these credits
like
are huge.
Yeah, you can tell this was a big team. You had a big team.
Look at that. One editor. Oh, man.
The special thanks credit is huge.
It was insane.
Yeah.
We have background performers, stunt performers, stunt double, production manager, coordinator, assistant. Yeah, this is a big production. Oh, look. Did you see that name? That was a crazy name. Anyway. We have 2 first assistants cameras. Look at that.
But who's first?
Who's the first assistant?
We're just watching the credits.
Yeah, we're just watching the film again.
I like it. Yeah, I want to know more about the experience of shooting in that grocery store and obtaining that location, and I want to hear what it was, what all that process was like.
Yeah.
Do we have any other questions?
I have questions.
Ask them.
I was making sure, are we actually at the
We're in questions now.
phase?
Yep.
We're going there.
We're there.
The questions phase.
Okay. My question would be, how long did you spend writing this film? And doubling down on Kenny's question, I want to know what it was like shooting with the grocery store, and like, was the grocery store like nervous to let you guys shoot like this action movie and like using them, like throwing people around and jumping around?
How many days were you in there?
Oh yeah, how
That's a
long
good
did it
question,
take to shoot?
There was a craft services table, so it's definitely more than one. I wanted to talk about something real quick.
Before
we
shoot. It's never good when D says that.
So
get
actually, what you did here was great. They played off of tropes the way you're supposed to do in comedies.
Yeah.
Which is not tropes just because they're tropes, but tropes because the characters are taking it seriously. The world is not serious about it.
Yeah.
And then they just turn everything on its head. I really, really enjoy that. So where they say something like, I have to turn around, like it's a regular grocery store.
I need you to trust me.
Yeah, it's a regular grocery store, and everyone else is just regular people. But these 2 people, him and his wife, are full in on these characters, and I really like how they were able to play that up, the contrast. The character development was the thing I wanted to talk about. How we were able to relate to the characters so early on. Wasn't by anything they did, but it was about their dialogue. Mm-hmm. What their dialogue did, as we say over and over, either moves the plot forward or reveals something about the characters. And the way they were talking to each other, they were just talking to each other. They weren't talking about, well, I guess there was no real big plot that was moving forward. But anyway, the things that they were saying to each other were, you could understand that they were nervous about this interaction with the hipsters, and you could tell that both of them were emotionally involved, and that they cared about each other and everything just through the words they were saying.
Yeah. And none of it felt expositional either.
Right.
Which is like an insane tightrope walk.
Yeah.
It's really tricky to do.
Yeah. It's really hard to write dialogue that well.
Well-written dialogue.
Yeah.
I honestly think that the dialogue and the character development that we've said so much about is the thing that makes the difference here, because I hate movies that do this. I hate movies that exist to spoof some other concept that exists somewhere else. Like, this kind of comedy is usually my least favorite kind.
Me too. Yeah.
Right? You take a movie like the Scary Movie series.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Which are all about spoofing all the tropes from horror movies.
But all it is spoofs.
But that's all it is. And that's
Yeah.
what most of them are. It's just the gag and the gag and the gag and the gag.
Right.
And really no real writing.
Right.
No real characters.
Right.
So that's the thing that makes this movie. And based on what we've told everyone over the last year on Short Film Roundup, that's what makes every movie.
Yeah.
That's what makes a movie, at least in the narrative
In
world.
the narrative sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Characters. If I may ask, how much did this cost?
Oh yes, if you're willing to share the information, we'd love.
Yeah. Even if it's an email, just send me an email.
That can be private if you like.
Slide it on a piece of paper across the desk.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Fold it.
Let's do an applause.
We're having fun in the void, Matthew. You're making this time in the void a little more bearable.
And it's pretty unbearable most of the time.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for submitting your film, Matthew. We want to see more from you because you're obviously a good filmmaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep sending us movies.
Like this one, not like the other one.
Give us a purpose to live.
More like grocery store action.
Yeah. That first one, not so much. No.
Jerkiest thing we could do.
No.
Well, that's our MO.
Oh, that's our MO. Yeah.
To save oneself had a lot great for it.
We're not talking about that.
This was a much better film, I would say.
Because of character development.
You know what you could do is, if you're a filmmaker like Matthew, you could submit your film to us and we could just tear it to shreds.
Or praise it. Or praise it. If it's really good, we'll praise it.
But let's be honest.
Let's also make it clear. Your movie does not have to be this good to be on Short Film Roundup.
No, it doesn't have to be this technically proficient.
We've covered everything.
Yeah.
Right? We've had films sent to us by a 12-year-old boy who shot a film in his kitchen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All the way up to YouTubers with millions of subscribers and a huge budget, right?
Yeah. We have no bias unless it's a music video.
Don't do music videos. We hate them.
Yep. Or a vlog.
We don't do vlogs. We hate them.
Or 48-hour film festivals.
And we hate 48-hour film festival submissions.
We take 48-hour film
Just
festivals, but we have a thing about them, but we still take them.
We don't take them.
We do take them.
We don't.
Yes,
we have stopped accepting 48-hour
Taylor is
film
no
festival.
longer part of the board deciding the rules.
Yeah,
so
we'll decide the rules from now on because you
Why?
are in league with a demon.
Yeah.
He's not a demon.
He's literally a demon.
He's that's what he is, a demon.
Like we're humans, Payman is a demon.
He has red.
You don't know Payman.
He has red skin.
So what? You got something against people who have red skin?
How many have you seen with actual red skin?
Do you know anything about Payman? Did you know that
I know he's a terrible filmmaker.
He's
pretentious.
He knows everything there is to know about science and arts.
Science.
So he has an AS and a BS?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Beyond he made
not
them.
Improved, not impressed. I hate Payman. We're going to get out of here.
I'm trying to not make this a personal thing because these are obviously my beliefs. These are my guidelines for how I align my life. You guys can do whatever you want. You can go with your family.
Imagine,
I just want to keep Short Film Roundup going. It doesn't have to be like this.
Imagine I have a little box of Tic Tacs, okay?
Okay.
How many Tic Tacs would you say are inside the box?
100. I know that.
Because of that, you're wrong. And your beliefs are wrong. That's how that works, right?
Are you trying to do street epistemology?
Yeah.
Payman would told me that you would do street epistemology on me and not to fall for it.
Why do you defend him?
Because he's great. He makes great films. We're good friends. He's a good friend of mine. Why do you care about my friends?
Because we used to be friends.
We are. We're not friends that much anymore.
I don't think so. I can't be friends with friends of demons.
Why?
Demons are
just because he's
definably evil. Definably.
What's wrong with that?
We live in a black void of nothingness.
Are you saying you don't enjoy reviewing short films?
I'm saying I don't enjoy living here.
I wouldn't mind reviewing them back in our own studio in Orangevale.
And I'd like it, if I got McDonald's every now and then, but it seems like you're the only one who can do so.
You're the only one who gets McDonald's. You're the only one who gets pool privileges.
Well, I mean, maybe if you weren't such dicks to payment.
I'm sorry.
Dicks to payment. You guys are dicks to payment.
You take it back.
It's true, and you know it.
Take it back.
It's true, and you know it.
Take it back.
No.
This has been Short Film Roundup.
It's Bart Simpson.